I do not have a magnifying glass headband, but I'll tell you what, I could totally use it because I was looking at this before we started the stream today, and there's details on here that are really difficult to see even with good light. And so, yeah, I could totally use that. Might be something we have to think about getting with the Patreon funds. So this is a good point to say welcome everyone to the stream. I'm Tim Anderson, aka Renfail. You don't get to see my face in these streams because uh, it's more important to see the miniatures. I got my coffee here, and like always, my afternoon coffee has creamer in it. It's weird because I drink black coffee in the morning, but when I drink coffee in the afternoon, I like creamer and sweetener. It's like a reward, as they say on the TikToks. We're going to be painting miniatures. Going to finish this guy up, or at least we're going to finish the rough version of this. We did all of the base coats last time. We're going to be doing some more of the. We got the belt, the pendant or clasp for the cloak, and the hand. That's really all we have to do to finish up the basics of this. And then we're going to get into doing dry brushing and adding details, mud splotching, highlights, so on and so forth. So we'll see. I don't know if we'll wrap this guy up today, but we'll get somewhere into the thick of it. That's another TikTok reference for those of you who enjoy the TikTok. All right, so probably I need to get a brown for the belt, which to be honest with you, I'll probably use the same brown that I used the other day. The question is, which brush? I think this is a chance for me to use, that might be too big though. I'm looking at it real quick. I'll check it dry before I get any paint on it. Oh, I could totally use this. All right, so we're going to be using this brush really quick to get in here. This is the coolest brush in this new package I bought. So I know we can't do a great focus here because of the camera's on set, but if you see, it's got a nice little angle to it, which allows you to get in and behind things, which is one of the reasons I actually bought the kit that had these brushes, was specifically for this brush. The other brushes are very nice, but this is the one I really liked. And you can totally bend this more if you want to. I have not because I don't need to at the moment. We're going to get into the brown here. Just like so. And then move that guy out of the way. And then we're going to get in here. And then we just need a little touch. Like so. And that's literally all the brown we need for now. We'll set that aside, get some more coffee. Coffee. Yeah, a magnifying glass sounds really good right now. Don't quite need it yet, but all right, next up, we're going to be working on, well, to be honest with you, the clasp. belt buckle, which needs to be gray. And this is going to be some pretty fine detailing. So, oops. Back in there. Now I need a really fine brush for some of this, so I think we're gonna go with, that might be too fine. This one might work. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I think I said last week if I had flocking, I would probably be putting flocking on the bases of these um, for little effects, but I don't, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, this is where I get to try to not screw up. Now, technically, this isn't that much grayer than the primer. You guys probably can't see because I'm pulling it way back there. But that looks pretty good. Now I may want some color. Hang on, my brother's sending me messages. I gotta check that real quick. I'm not sure what color I want the belt buckle to be. All right, don't need any more gray for the moment. Get that put to the side here. I need some colors for the pendant and the belt buckle. So give me a second here. That's quick and easy. I'd literally just, what colors look kind of decent? And I was like, I'm going to go with this blue for the pendant. And then we will do the that ochre. That looks pretty good. If we need to do a second coat, we can. That's pretty good for the first one. All right. I don't know if you can see that very well, but got a nice little blue there on the pendant. One of these days, we'll see if we can get the autofocus sorted. This color says ochre, but it's in Spanish, so it says ogre, but it's ochre. And this is going to be the like belt buckle. My shaky hands. I gotta see what my brother's sending me now. I don't think he knows I'm streaming. I think I'm just going to have to wait to do this on another coat because it's being picky about. That looks pretty good. Now, the hand is the only thing that's left. And to be honest with you, I may save the hand for the very last. We'll see. A little ogre, a little high elf, a little gnome. All right, I gotta find something for the hand. Let me kick the headset off 1 second. Now, I don't know if this will actually work, but it's funny. So I live in Mexico City, and these have Spanish names for the colors, and this literally says carne, which is meat, but it's like a flesh color. I don't know. That's just funny. Carne. We're gonna paint flesh. All right, let's get a little paint on here. Let's see what this looks like. That might be a little too pinkish for my tastes. We'll see. It's not a bad color. This is probably going to need another coat for sure. So that's not bad for a first coat. That actually looks really good. Carne. Not carne asada. Carne crudo. Alright. Now, to be honest with you, I have to start thinking about how I want to highlight the cloak. I know I want to put some mud texture. I always like the mud texture. It's a favorite of mine. Is putting mud textures on. And we do like a dry brush, but we can also do a watered down. So why don't we get one of these brushes prepped. And let's go for, where did I put it? This is that. That's the original. Let's try this. Yeah, because this was too dark. So what I want to do is I want to get some of this. I forgot to tell him I'm streaming. All right, so now it's because I just want to do this as like a dry brush. So this is kind of like a wash, sort of. So if you can see that, we're adding just the wash brown to the bottom. Now I kind of want to do the same thing with a gray. Because I do want to add a little bit of gray highlights here and there. All right, let's get the gray back in here. It's like got some clay. This is not a pristine druid. He's seen some stuff. Put some weathering on the top of his staff. Oh, that looks really good. Oh yeah, that's starting to come together nicely. The cloak is looking really good because we got like some blended. Now what I want to do now is I want to get in here with some darker brown and add some shadowing into the crevices. So we're going to go back to this brown, which should still have a little bit of water in it, which we should be able to get away with. Because remember, I don't want to do it. I just want to kind of get in here. Okay. And now I kind of want to do a light touch of white, perhaps. Not sure yet. Let's think about that for a minute. If he's been traipsing through the mud and the underbrush, it might be enough if we get away. I bet I could use some white. 1 second. All right, let's see about doing like a little bit of a whitewash. That's too much. Too much white. It's all right. We'll make it work. which gives us this kind of threadbare at the edges look, kind of, in a couple of places. Just nice little highlights all the way around. And then one final is we'll go back in with the very final wash on this color right here, which was the base coat. Send this to my brother real quick. All right. All right, that's out to him. Excuse me. Now, I feel like I have a little too much gray in the front here, so probably need to tone that down a little bit. Might have gone a little crazy with the wash. There's an easy fix to that. Let's get a little bit of the green here. Now we'll do an actual dry brush. So you can bring some of those highlights down as needed. There we go. That was getting a little too crazy on the... There we go. Okay. And if we want to do a final dry brush here instead of a wash. That looks pretty good. Got some splotchiness to the cloak. Like I said, he's not a pretty boy. Druid. He's a druid who has been out and about. Now, I definitely want to add some final splotching around the base of his robe and stuff, which is Bud's mud stuff. And then we will paint the base. We can call this one a wrap. So let's go ahead and come in here, get a dry brush. All around the base here. Just like that. Now we're going to paint the actual base of the model, and we will be done with this one, which means I need the black, which is not at the desk. I'll be right back. All right. Got black. This will be using for the base. Excuse me. All right. Now this, we just take our time, but we might have to get in here with have to get into that crevice with a different brush probably. so. I think I'm going to get those with a smaller brush because I'm a little nervous. Alright, I need a smaller brush to get in here to these finer details. Probably use this one, I think. Oh shit, I accidentally got a little bit on the cloak. May have to touch that up. I don't know, it doesn't look too bad. I think that's a wrap on that character. Go ahead and double check everything. Get my brushes dried out and cleaned up here real quick. Go ahead and give him a final once-over. I think he's good to go. Everything looks pretty good on this guy. We have a time-worn, kind of mud-splattered green robe with a time-worn and mud-spattered kind of gray-brown cloak, blue pendant, yellow belt buckle, staff, which honestly, it's got some weathering on the top. I like that. I think we can call this character good. So, if you've been following along and you enjoy these streams, these happen at around 5 p.m. Central every Tuesday live on our Twitch channel. We do post them to our YouTube channel after the fact, but if you want to watch live and come hang out and tune in, maybe even influence how these things get painted, you could do so. Um, Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Central, we are giving away these 3 miniatures. This one is at 50 subs, this one at 100 subs, and this guy at 200 subs. And those will be hand painted to the specifications of the individuals who win in the raffle. So if you want a chance at those, make sure to subscribe here on Twitch. I'll be doing a Incarnate stream later this week. I bypassed yesterday's because I had some other stuff going on, but I'm going to be getting a makeup stream for that either tomorrow or Friday. So stay tuned for that in Discord. I'll have the links out. Um, got a couple more sessions to wrap up that sewer map. And this is miniature number 2 done. So from here, next week we'll be starting a brand new miniature. I don't know what it'll be yet, so stick around for that. Um, Don't forget, if you're watching this later on at YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you get all the updates. Join our Discord. Links are all down there in the description text. And hopefully, I will see everybody next Tuesday for another live painting session, or later this week for our Incarnate Map Making session. And don't forget, Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Central, is our stand up with myself, Joey, and Chris as we talk about the work done this week on The Weave in the Void and what's coming up in the week ahead. Thanks, everybody. See you next week.